And now the decks are built. We're going to be ready to take these things against each other. Ask you for predictions before we crack the packs. Now that you've built your deck, what are your predictions?
Well, I've lost a few of these. So I've learned from some of my mistakes. I went more creatures this time, so I'm hoping more creatures. I can just spam them out and kind of run you over.
Oh, that's so bad. That's really bad. You might have noticed that I went red-green. He went black-green.
Black-green, yes.
I will tell you now, I was going to go black-green until he went black-green. But didn't want you guys to have to watch another video where we basically mirror matched. So that's why I chose red-green. I let him choose what he wanted to go first, and then I changed mine up a little bit.
I got the red sleeves. I have some red. It counts.
So my prediction, I think it is going to be down to creatures. Who can overwhelm the other one with creatures, like it normally is in a bout. But I think that black does have the edge when it comes to removal. And I think that's where the real tale is going to be.
Yeah,
I got some red in removal, but
you don't have as much as the black had, and that was one of the key things that drew me towards black.
So that's my prediction, is that it's going to be creatures and removal.
All right, well, let's go find out.
Sounds good. On to the play. And here we are, Brewdown Aetherdrift. You've seen us build the decks, you've seen us pull the cards, and we are ready to do it. I've got my deck.
I have mine.
We've got our speed set up, so if you want it. We look through our tokens. We should be only using these 2 tokens. I will be using this as a placeholder for the doggo.
For my doggo, I just added a proxy into my deck.
So we'll put that off to the side, off the camera. So when you see this, it's the doggo. And we will pull out our cards. We will mix the cards together randomly. You know what? Casino Shuffle. Yeah, Casino Shuffle.
Oh no. Feels wrong.
All right. You'll notice, yes, I have more cards. I have a tendency to build decks. I think I'm around 60 cards, a little over.
2 for you, 2 for me. Your turn to pick.
My turn to pick. Let's go with high this time, because last time I rolled a 10, which means I'll roll a 3.
7.
9. Actually, I got it. Wow. It's a rarity. So when we come to speed, we're going to be using our little tokens here. Speed 1, Speed 2, Speed 3, Speed 4, if we get that far. So we've only got 1 speed token between us. 3, 6, 7.
You gonna be on the play or on the draw?
And I'd look at that beforehand, right?
Yep.
Oh, I've got to be speed, so on the play.
All right.
Resolve mulligans. Oh my. This is going to be interesting.
Yes, it will be.
All right.
I'm going to keep.
I'm foolishly going to keep, folks. You're like, wow. Yeah, I know. On the play. You're going to love this first play. Remember how I put those cards in my deck?
Gain a life?
Gain a life. I'm done.
Let's draw. Alright, I will start off with a forest, tapping it. And I will do a Molt Tinder. And I will pass.
What's a Molt Tinder do for?
Tap, I can mill a card, or tap exile a card from my graveyard to add 1 mana of any color.
Pull, draw. And to make sure I have all my colors, I will play a forest. And no, your eyes do not deceive you. That is a white bordered forest. I did it on purpose. Tap green, tap for, it doesn't matter. It's colorless. I'm going with the old walking sarcophagus. Start your engine. So if I remember right, I start with a 1, and during my upkeep, is that right? during my upkeep. For this is a new mechanic, folks, so we're still learning.
Whenever an opponent loses life during your turn, if your speed is 1 or greater, increase your speed by 1.
Okay, so you got to lose life for the speed to increase.
This ability can only trigger once each turn.
On max speed, this creature gets +1/+2. Mr. Zombie Cat. Nice little blocker. He himself is a 2/1. Maybe not blocker. I'm done.
All right.
How big's your guy? 1/1?
1/1.
Yeah.
Untap. Upkeep. Draw. Let's see. Let's go ahead and play another forest. We will tap 2 for a Web Strike Elite, which is a 3/3. And let's see if I can get first blood, and I will swing for 1.
Well, I'll give you first blood since I got first life gain.
All right. I will pass the turn.
I'll give that life right back. And I will call it good.
Untap everything. And let's draw. Play a swamp for turn. And we'll pay 3 for Gastral Raider. Start your engine, so I will start mine. When this creature enters target opponent, Pranger will reveal their hand. I may choose an instant or sorcery card from it, and that player will discard it.
We got 3 land.
2 instants.
2 instants.
Field of Flames, 2 damage to each creature. And 1 target creature you control deals damage equal to its power to target creature an opponent controls. Both are really good. We will get rid of Fuel of Flames.
Okay.
There you go.
How big is this guy?
2/1. At max speed, he will get +1/+1 in menace. And then let's go ahead and go to combat. And we'll swing in for 4. 1/1 and a 3/3.
I'm going to run over this guy using him, so he'll do 2 points of damage to him, making him have 2 on him, and then I will block him with the same creature.
All right, so you'll take 1, and then we'll each lose the creature.
Yep. If you hadn't have done that, I was going to clear the board.
And I will pass the turn.
Yeah. Now I'm basically top decking because, well, got land. And he knows I got land. Let's see, I got 2 red on the board. Let's go 2 green on the board. I needed 2 green anyway. I've only got 2 green cards that require multiple pips. All the rest of them require 1 green pip, and this is one of them. I'll bring in my elite. And my 3/3.
All right.
So, and we are done.
Let's untap, upkeep, draw. We'll pay 3 for a Veilheart Bike. When it enters, gain 2 life. Actually, I'll be on the gaining life trend now, too. And I can tap it for 1 mana of any color. I can also use a creature to crew it. It has a crew of 2.
Luckily, though, it does not have haste.
Does not have haste. But I can still tap for that 1 mana. Because it's not a creature at the moment.
It is a mana rock.
Thing I feel like doing? Nope. You'll have to hold me off for a little bit now. I will pass the turn.
All right. I will play a... And we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4. Racer's scoreboard. Start your engine. So I believe that means I get to do this. Move up to a 2. When this artifact enters, draw 2 cards, then discard a card. My max speed, or if I get max speed, my spells cost 1 less to cast. So I draw 2 and get rid of 1. I have 2 fresh new cards. Yay. And I'm going to sit there and go, we're good. We're good. That's it.
All right.
Your turn.
Tap upkeep, draw. All right, let's do a little bit. Tap for a black, 2 green. I will tap this to exile my Webstrike Elite for a black. And with a total of 5, I will play the Speed Demon. Flying, trample, 5/5, start my engine. At the beginning of my end step, I draw X cards and lose X life, where X is my speed.
Ooh, card draw engine's online.
And I will look menacingly at your 3/3 with reach, as I don't have haste at the moment. So I will pass the turn. On my end step, I will draw 2 cards and I will lose 2 life.
Okay. I think that's the swing card at this point. One red, 1 green. Kickoff celebration. Start your engine. Get my speed up to 3. When this enchantment enters, you may discard a card. If you do, draw 2 cards. With max speed, I can sacrifice this enchantment. Creatures and vehicles I control gain haste until end of turn. Really don't want to do this, but I will discard that guy. Allows me to look at the top card just to draw 2 more cards. I'm good. I'm done.
Move to untap. Alright, that was untap.
Looked up some ruling while we were there. Turns out that the interpretation of starting your engines, increasing your speed, I don't believe is correct after all. So I've started my engines 2 extra times. So
while we were looking at the rules, if you start your engine, the once per turn is only on the loss of life, so I will be staying at 2.
Yep.
Okay.
So got that correction in there.
Let's untap, upkeep, and then let's draw.
Too much card draw. Too much card draw.
Play a swamp. Green, 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 and then 2. For Pranger World Tyrant.
That's the big guy.
Big stompy person. And then I will swing in 5 in the air at you.
He actually does have reach.
He does.
I will block him.
All right. Move to my end step. This will trigger. I will lose 2 life. I will draw 2 cards. All right. That's my turn.
Ooh, not looking good. Not looking good. I think I'm about to get run over, which I was afraid would happen. We will do this. Takes too much mana, but oh well. Crash and burn. I can choose either destroy target vehicle or deal 6 damage to target creature or planeswalker. Let's take out the flyer and your card draw.
All right.
So, because I don't think I can take him out with it. No, he's a 7. Yep, I would need a little bit more work for that. Well, took out the card draw, but I got a feeling that's going to just slaughter me here.
That is going to be a big hit.
Yep.
All right. Well,
I am done, yes.
We'll move to Untap, upkeep, and draw. Play a forest for turn. Pay 4 for Hazards of the Dune, Trample Reach as a 4/4. Let's see. Saddle is at sorcery speed. Is crew sorcery or instant?
Yes, crew is
sorcery.
No, because you can do it in instant. You can do it when people attack you. You can block.
So it's only saddle is sorcery then.
Right.
All right. Well, I mean, you'll probably see this coming anyways. I will tap this to crew my bike, and I will move to combat and swing the World Tyrant, the bike, and my little Molt Tinder at you.
A whole lot of damage.
Whole lot. So a total of 14.
Yeah, this game is basically over at this point.
I will pass the turn.
So you just got your big creatures out faster than I can do any of my stuff. Draw my card, play my land. Green, green, red, red. Leave me up a green and a red. Frog, Fang Druid, Summoner, has reach. With this creature enters the battlefield, you may search your library or graveyard for a creature with no mana, no abilities. Reveal it and put it in your hand. If you search your library this way, shuffle. I was going to go get the exact same card that you did. There he is. I just walked over. He's a 4/1. Oh, well. I will choose him.
I believe he is 2 mana.
He is 2 mana. That used to be 2 blockers. But is it going to make a difference? Probably not, folks. But
all helps.
We'll hold on and see what I can do. Because I still think you got 6 between it.
6. Well, this has a crew too, so I can't use him, unfortunately.
Well, you've crewed him with the other guys.
Yeah. I believe Summoning Sickness gets around crew.
It does.
See, I did deal damage
because
though. Black speed. Sorry, my bad.
Still working on it.
There you go. What is he?
He's a 4/1.
Meaning.
What is his name? Tyrex Third Tyrant.
Tyrex or Tyrant.
Dinosaur Warrior. Hey, he could go in my Warriors deck. Yeah, that's not happening. I mean, technically, I guess he could.
Technically, he could.
All right. That's it. I'm done. Surprised I could actually get him out.
Untap everything.
I was going to use him to get the big guy. Just, I don't have the mana.
Let's draw for turn. Well, that does help. Okay. Let's see if I can...
You just got to sneak 6 points through.
I think I can do it this way. I'll pay 2 black and a green for spin outs on your 4/1. Destroy target creature or vehicle. And then I shall attempt with everything.
Yeah. Well, you don't have to drop the big ones, wherever he's at.
There we go. So you're looking at 4, 6,
Done.
7.
Game. Yep. Couldn't have survived it without that. All right, we are back for game 2. Let's see if I can redeem it somewhat. So we'll cut these decks.
Go ahead and cut. There you go.
Oof. Put that nasty stuff on bottom, I hope. Oh, it was 1 off this time. Haven't quite got my cutting skills down to cut 7 every time. All right. Since I lost, I choose. I will be on the play. Hopefully I won't start with 5 land like I did last time. That was one of the problems.
We're doing the older mulligan, right?
We're not doing the London Mulligan, no. One free.
Yeah, one free.
Yeah, we do one free, and then we go to the old mulligan, whatever that is referred to as.
All right, I will mulligan for my first one for free.
All right. So make sure we got the rules right on start your engines. Of course, we'll probably look it up more tonight, but see how things go.
All right, let's hope land of one color and creatures of a different color does not go well. All right, I can keep this.
All right. I will play a forest, tap the forest, put out my Mull Tender. I can tap it to mill a card, or I can tap an exile card from the graveyard and add mana of any color.
All right.
One you used last game.
I will.
And he's a 1/1, by the way, folks.
All right. I will go to my turn. So I'll draw for turn. And a little bit of a mirror match. Forest for a Molt Tinder myself. I will pass the turn.
Draw, put down a mountain. And, yeah. We will play out Reckless Boom Buggy. I just love that name. Vehicle. When this attacks, I create a treasure token. I can exhaust it for 3. The vehicle becomes an artifact creature, put a +1/+1 count on it, and it crews for 1. And it's a 3/2 when it is a creature. Right now, it is not.
All right.
Okay, I'm done.
And tap up, keep, draw. Just a swamp for me, I think. I will pass the turn.
What trick you got up your sleeve?
Lack of creatures, unfortunately.
Oh, I like to hear that. Well, we actually had a discussion over this card. Do you remember what that is? You said you wouldn't put it in your deck. I did.
Yes.
Lifecraft Engine. When this vehicle enters, choose a creature type. Vehicle creatures you control are the chosen type in addition to their other types. I have a vehicle. Each creature you control of the chosen type, other than the Lifecraft Engineer, it gets +1/+1, has a crew value of 3. It's a 4/4 by itself. So I'm going to choose Druid. So all my vehicles are now Druids, and all my Druids get +1/+1. So I can't tap him. I think you've got a trick up your sleeve, so I will set back and not risk it.
Right. On your end step, I will tap this to actually mill a card. Ooh, that hurts a little bit. Streaking Oil Gorger, Flying Haste, 3/3. At max speed, it gets lifelink.
Oh, where are your life gains gone?
All right, we'll move to
You
untap.
must be desperate for mana to do
Draw.
that.
Just a little bit, unfortunately. Have a swamp. And then pay 4 for my bike as a 4/2. All right. And I will gain my 2 life. That part is a little bit important right now.
Are we good?
Mm. Yep, we will be good.
All right. Well, he has a +1/+1.
Yes.
So we're going to plow through yours with mine. They fight. I've got a 2/2. You got a 1/1.
In response, I'll tap this exile for 2 mana. I'll cast Silken Strength. When this enters, untap enchanted permanent. I will be enchanting it to this, making it a 2/3.
And while that's in the air, I'll lightning strike you.
All right.
Didn't quite want to do it that way. And he still has a power of 2.
Yep.
So I will. Do I want to crew him or do I want to crew him? Can't crew him. He came in last round, right?
Yes.
So I will crew this guy. And I will tap this guy to crew this guy. Because he becomes an artifact creature. He's a 4/4. He's a 3/2. Yep. And I will smack you for 4.
All right. I'll take 4.
All right. I'm done.
Untap, upkeep, draw. Swamp.
I just realized he's a 4/3 because he's an insect. Or he's a
druid.
And he would have gotten the +1/+1 off him. So I didn't have to do the double. Did not have to do the double crew.
I am fine with the double crew.
Well, luckily you have nothing to swing at me with until you put something on the board. But it wouldn't matter because I have nothing to crew it with anyway.
Let's pay 5 for the leveling Tarian World Tyrant. Hopefully that can hold you off a little bit.
What's he do?
He's at 9/7. Vanilla.
Again?
Yup, again.
Gee, Merry Christmas.
I will pass the turn.
Put that up there. Put this over here. We'll go ahead and start my engines with Loxodon Surveyor, Elephant Scout. Start your engines. And if I got max speed, I can exile him from the graveyard for a card. So, as we know, start your engines. I didn't have speed, so I now have speed. And he himself is a 3/3. He is not a druid, though. He's an Elephant Scout. I'm done.
Great. Move to untap. Upkeep, draw. Play a land for turn. I think let's do it this way. I'll pay 4 for a racer scoreboard. I will start my engine too. When it enters, draw 2 cards and discard 1. I'll discard a forest.
Yeah, you don't seem to have a problem with land this time.
Luckily not. Let's damage you a little bit. Swing in for 9.
I will crew him, and I will crew him.
Okay.
Giving me a total of 8 power.
In response, then, I will pay 1 and cast Run Over. Cost 1 less because I control a vehicle. This will deal 9 damage to the 4/4. Okay. Since it is a creature at the moment.
And then we will choose not to block, because I'm not going to block and lose him. So, always got the answer. You done?
Yes. But now that does stop the Molt Tender from crewing.
I can't seem to draw a land to save my life.
Because it did do damage. My engine will go up.
Well, yeah. He will crew him. He only crews for one.
Yep.
I'll swing in for...
On attack, you'll get your treasure token. And I'm looking at 6.
You're looking at 6 until I do this. I'll pay, green. I will just use that treasure token to flash in my burner rocket. It says flash when this vehicle enters target creature you control gets +2/+0 and gains trample end of turn, and has a crew ability. It has a crew of 1.
So total of 8.
So I hit you for 8.
All right.
Then, second main phase, I play my 4/1. And I'm done.
All right. We'll untap. Upkeep draw. Let's see. Pay 3 for another bike to gain 2 life.
I told you those bikes would come in handy, didn't I?
They do come in handy.
Put this guy over here because he's he's a vehicle.
Let's pass the turn for now.
Okay. Oh, again, a life.
12-12.
That's hilarious. That is just hilarious. I'm good. Pass turn.
All right. The great old standoff. Step up, keep draw.
Well, it's not a standoff. You got the big
2-2.
gun.
Hazards of the Doom. 4/4 trample reach. Pay 7 and gets 3+1/+1 counters. Pass for now.
Okay. I'm actually going to use my mobile tender. And 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. Oh, let's get rid of, since I don't have anything to pull a sorcery back or instant, we'll do that. I have something to pull permanents back, but I don't have anything to pull that. So it gives me 5 mana.
All right.
To play Skybox Fairy, flying crew 2. It's a 4/4 flyer.
All right.
And I'm done.
Untap. Upkeep draw. I got swamp for turn. Let's pass the turn.
Walk-in sarcophagus. Zombie cat. Zombie cat on the board. Keep it back a little bit. Gilded Goda. Whatever that is. It's a horse mount. Whenever this guy attacks saddled, create a treasure token. He saddles for 1. He's a 2/2. I'm done.
All right. End of your turn. Let's go ahead and do the exhaust and put 3+1/+1 counters on him.
I was figuring that was going to happen at some point.
Yep. Might as well see the Stompy Boy now. All right. Draw. Land. Pass turn.
Honestly surprising. I'll pass turn.
All right. Nothing to untap. Draw. All right. Finally something. A Wreckage Wickerfolk. When it enters Iserville 2.
And you weren't too fond of the Seville mechanic.
Not the most fond of Seville, because it goes to graveyard instead of bottom of deck.
Mm-hmm. Scry 2 is better, but you are getting to filter, or at least move things out.
I will leave them on top, and I will order them like that.
So he knows what his next 2 items are.
Right, pass turn.
Red, green. Kickoff celebrations. Start your engines. I've already had mine started. When this enchantment enters, I may discard a card. If I do, draw 2 cards, and the max speed will allow me to sacrifice it and give my creatures haste. Vehicles and creatures haste until end of turn. But I'm doing it so I can discard the forest and draw 2 cards. I haven't played my land this turn, so I will gain another life. 2 of the 3 gain a life lands. I'm done.
Untap, upkeep, draw. Wonder what this is.
I have no clue since you didn't tell me.
I'll pay 3 for a mutant surveyor. Start your engines. Mine is started. I can pay 2 to pump it for a +1/+1 till end of turn at max 3. I can exile this card from my graveyard to draw a card. And I will pass the turn.
Okay. How big is this guy right now?
7/7.
He's a 7/7.
Yep.
Jeez. What is he?
He's a worm that with trample and reach. Exotics can only be used once, so.
Right. And we got a big 9/7 here.
9/7, a 1/3, and a 2/3 that can be pumped.
I'm going to saddle this guy. Only takes 1 to saddle him.
Yep. He is a 2/2.
He's a 2/2. And I'm going to swing in with him, creating a treasure token.
I will block my surveyor, which is a 2/3.
Well, I'm going to take some creatures out at some point. What's this guy?
A 1/3 flying. 9/7, 7/7.
Well, I needed the treasure token, so yep, that's it.
All right.
That's all I can do.
I'll untap.
Mm-hmm.
Keep draw. For a familiar card. A walking sarcophagus. My zombie cat. I'll pass the turn. Not seeing anything that looks nice if I swing in.
Well, I don't like that deal if you're swinging in either. Two green, a red, and sack the treasure token. Give it me 4, and I'll put out my guy. It looks like that guy. Yep. So. And I'm done.
All right. Untap. Keep draw. Alright. 1, 2, and 3. For the speed demon, we'll do a little bit of gambling. Flying trample 5/5. Start my engines. My engine started. At the beginning of my instep, I may draw X cards and lose X life, where X is my speed. So maybe I can find me an answer. Play a swamp. Move to my instep. I will draw my 2 cards.
Lose your 2 life.
Lose my 2 life.
And that's your end step.
That's my instep.
Unless you got an instant you're going to cast.
No.
You probably drew the thing that's going to block him from dying, I bet. One, 2, 3, 4. Now we'll try it. Yep. 6 points of damage. I'm done.
Alright. You're instep. That's 5 mana. Can't do it. Alright. We'll untap everything. Draw a card. Alright. We'll pay 1 for the doggo. Enters with a +1/+1 counter on it. And then, well, let's do a little bit. Let's do the 7/7 trample. Along with my 1/3 flyer.
Seven, 7.
And 1/3.
And 1/3. Which tells me you've got a trick up your sleeve.
I have a trick.
Yep.
How well the trick works, we'll see.
I'm going to crew him.
Okay.
I'm going to crew him. And then I'm going to block all 4 of these guys, which should 6, 12 points of damage on him.
Okay. Then do you want to take the 1?
I'm going to take the 1.
All right. Well, so let's look at order here. 1, that's 2, 4, 5. So you'll take 2 from here?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so, yeah. So he will die. All of those will die. You'll end up taking 3. I will speed up a little bit.
No, any death triggers on these guys? Nope. 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 And nothing. Nope. Didn't think so.
Alright, that's my turn.
That a creature? Yeah, that's my worm. Yeah, it cleared out my board quite a bit. Little too late. How big is he?
He's a 1/3.
He's a 1/3. Okay. 9/7. 2/1.
2/1. 1/1 for the doggo.
We'll exile out the forest for a mana. And I'll put my 3/1/1 counters on this guy to make him a 7/7.
Alright.
I'm done.
Untap. Keep draw. Another forest. Alright. So, 2-1, 9-7, a 1-3, and a 2-3 that can't be pumped.
He'll be pumped quite a bit too, can he?
Yes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times. So he can be an 8, 9.
I just don't have the answers for any of this stuff. What's ridiculous about all this? I don't see a way to even survive this with 10 points. Because I've got to block the two big ones, letting these other two go through, but it kills everything else. I don't have anything to fight back with. I concede.
2-0.
Congratulations.
Thank you. 2-0. Finally starting to get my win streak going. Definitely some key creatures for me was my just big stomping.
Oh, yeah. You can't. Once you had those out,
No.
I couldn't swing through you.
Yep.
I couldn't even get the 1 or 2 points through because you would take creatures out along the way. And
Yep.
That wouldn't work for me. So.
Speed Demon was very good, just for a little card draw here and there. Was killed very fast, I noticed.
I tried. I wanted it faster, but I tried.
Yes, you did.
So. Not to take anything away from your deck, but what killed me the second game was when you got flooded. I couldn't draw another one of these dreaded things to save my life because I had a 4-drop that could have taken out his big creature, and then I could have just hit you for 4 or 5 and put you in the danger zone. But I couldn't get that 4th one out before you got your wall up. Once you got your wall up, I couldn't get by it.
And I think about that time is when you started missing the mana, and I just started getting too much mana.
Yeah, and at that point, if I could have had the mana, I could have kept going. Not to say that your deck's bad. Just that's what hurt my deck that game. First game was a little bit better. I think a little more back and forth, but
a bit back and forth.
But you still took both the games, so.
It's the story of Magic.
Yeah.
Arena.
I'm starting to feel like I've got a curse, though. You know, first the vampire deck, now this one.
It does happen. It was a good game.
I enjoyed it. Got a little frustrated there at the end. Just no mana.
No mana.
So, over that now. Over the frustration.
There's always the next game to look forward to.
For tomorrow's another game.
Tomorrow's another game.
Yep. So, speaking of tomorrow and in the future, we've got things coming up. Several more pack openings. So be joining us for those. They'll be going out, I hope, weekly. We'll be introducing our first guest here soon. We'll be having some people come on, play, do some quads. You'll meet some of our play group that we play with. So
introducing some chaos to the channel.
Yeah, we'll be definitely doing that. So we got a few of our other projects that we're working on. We'll keep those to ourselves for now, but be looking for, we got some projects going on, some challenges between us. We'll see how those go. Some reviews, got some top 5s that we're working on. So we got a lot of stuff going at the moment, and we'll just be coming along slowly and surely. So like, subscribe, hit that bell icon so when we put the new stuff out, and come join us. Thank you.
We'll see you next time.